Alright, so what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Swagner17 back with another week of predictions for the NFL. I know I haven't really been posting regular videos. I really don't know what to post, but if anybody gives me any ideas, that would help out a lot. But anyways, let's recap what went down in week 2. The Bengals won, got that wrong. The Chiefs, I predicted that to be the blowout. And it nearly was, but the Steelers came back, but the Chiefs still won. The Dolphins are surprisingly 2-0 somehow. I got my upset of the week correct. The Buccaneers somehow beat the freaking Eagles. It makes no sense, but I predicted that to happen. I predicted the Browns to beat the Saints, and they probably should have, but I'm happy they didn't because I need the Saints to, step it up. They can't let the Buccaneers win that division. That would be embarrassing. The Colts somehow beat the Redskins. Got that wrong. Chargers, of course, beat the Bills. Vikings and Packers tied. I know I predicted the Vikings to win, but then on game day, as soon as I saw it go into overtime, nobody follows my Snapchat, but on my Snapchat I literally said, as soon as I saw it go to overtime, I said, this game's going to be a tie. And it was. So that was pretty crazy. The Falcons pulled off a win against the Panthers. The Titans barely beat the Texans. It was a pretty good game. The Rams, exactly like I said, beat the Cardinals by at least 20. They shut them out 34-0. I knew they would win by at least 20. And the Lions nearly pulled it off against the 49ers. Lost by 3 points. I'm pretty sure I got that correct. Broncos beat the Raiders by a last-second field goal. And the Jaguars beat the Patriots, which was pretty interesting. The Cowboys beat the Giants pretty easily. And exactly like I said, the Bears beat the Seahawks. And I went 8-8 on my picks yet again. Week 1, 8-8. This week, 8-8. So hopefully we can get anything other than 8-8. Hopefully, at least 9-7. We don't want to go below 500, but let's just try not to get 8-8 again this week. So let's get into the Week 3 games. Okay, this is very interesting. We have a Thursday night game, Jets against the Browns in Cleveland. And you know what, guys? I think this is where the Browns get their first win in 638 days. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the correct number. I looked it up a little bit ago, but yeah. So I think the Browns will get their first win, bringing their record to 1-1-1. Next up, we have the Bills heading into Minnesota to face the Vikings, and I'm not even sure if any Bills fans think that they could pull this game off. I don't want to say blowout of the week, but I just think the Vikings will win this one comfortably. All right, next up, we have the Giants versus the Texans. 2 0-2 teams going at it, so this should be interesting. I feel like the Texans will get the win. And I just read a thing yesterday. Yesterday was the 2-year anniversary of J.J. Watt's last sack. So I think this time, going up against Eli Manning and the terrible O-line, I think J.J. Watt will have at least 2 sacks. And the Texans will win. All right, we have the Packers going up against the Redskins. I think this has potential to be the game of the week. A very balanced game I think we're going to see. But I think in the end, the Packers will pull off a win on the road. Next up, we have the 49ers against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are red hot. I don't think anyone's going to stop them for a long time, except the old injury bug, so they got to be careful. I think the Chiefs easily win this game. All right, next game is the Raiders against the Dolphins. The 0-2 Raiders against the 2-0 Dolphins, but, I'm going to have to say the Raiders get their first win, giving the Dolphins their first loss. There's just no way the Raiders can just keep losing like this. They got to get one eventually, and I feel like the Dolphins have just, scooted by on those 2 wins. Nothing too crazy. So I think the Raiders will take care of business. All right, Colts got a good win last week, unexpectedly. So they needed that one because, unfortunately, they will lose to the Philadelphia Eagles thanks to Carson Wentz returning, and hopefully he doesn't get injured and has a good game. All right, this interconference matchup is also a candidate for Game of the Week. The Titans have had a lot of success against the Jaguars in recent years, especially last year, but I mean, honestly, the way we saw the Jaguars take down the Patriots without Leonard Fournette, they didn't even need their running back. What's his name? Blake Bortles. He played a great game, and if he can keep that up, I think they're going to have a good chance to win. I say they win in overtime. I know a lot of overtime games and stuff. I say the Jaguars win this game. Oh my goodness. It seems like every game I look at is potentially going to be the best game of the week. We have the Bengals, who are surprisingly 2-0, had a great performance against the... Who did they face? They beat the Colts 34-23. Then they beat the Ravens 34-23. So how about this? They beat the Panthers 34-23. That'll probably be the first time in history a team wins by the same exact score 3 weeks in a row. I don't know, but I'm going to pick the Bengals. The Bengals to win this freaking game. Oh my god, another classical battle. We have the Denver Broncos against the Ravens. I don't even know who to choose anymore. I mean, man, if Case Keenum can just stop turning the ball over, it's going to be tough against the Ravens defense in Baltimore. The Broncos are undefeated. The Ravens, they had a pretty good time off. They played on Thursday night, so I think they're going to be well rested, and they're at home. I'm going to pick the Ravens to win this game. All right, you guys know I'm the biggest Saints fan, but when it comes to these predictions, it's like whatever I choose, I'm end up wrong when it comes to the Saints. So I'm going to go with the Falcons just because they're at home, and then watch. The Saints are going to come back and win, so it's not going to count on this prediction. But in my heart, the Saints will get the win, and that'll be great. But for the sake of the predictions, I'm picking the Falcons. Okay, we have the Los Angeles Chargers up against the Los Angeles Rams. That's going to be interesting to see the fan base at that game. Will it be split, 50-50? Probably not. I think there might be more Rams fans, honestly. And the Rams are obviously unstoppable. So they're going to win this game, and I'd say for the first time, not by at least 20. But they will win. All right, it's a sad year for the Cardinals. Over 2 games, they've only scored 6 points. And the Bears are absolutely on fire. One of the best teams in the NFC, or maybe even the NFL, and they're only 77 overall in Madden. That's weird. They will definitely be upgraded later, but I say the Bears win this one. This is going to be my blowout alert. The Chicago Bears will blow out the Arizona Cardinals. All right, next up is the 1-1 Cowboys against the 0-2 Seahawks in Seattle. This should be interesting. Cowboys and Seahawks have always had some good games. I think the Cowboys are a better team, but I don't think Russell Wilson is going to settle for being 0-3. Probably for the first time in his career. So you know he's going to come out firing, but then again, his O-line is just not good. He's gotten sacked 12 times in 2 games, and the Cowboys' pass rush is very good, very slept on. So I think the Cowboys will win this game, sacking Russell Wilson at least 5 times. Okay, I like this a lot. We have the Patriots going up against the Lions on Sunday Night Football. Everyone's going to think the Patriots will win. And as we know, the Lions head coach is the old Patriots defensive coordinator. I think he's going to have something really spooky prepared for Tom Brady. And I'm going to use my upset of the week. The Detroit Lions will somehow, I don't know how, I don't know how, but they're going to somehow pull up the upset on the New England Patriots. It's going to be crazy. Everyone's going to, think the Patriots, this is the end of the Patriots, whatever, which it's not. But I feel like the Lions might be able to pull off this upset. We'll see how it goes. And finally, we have the Steelers going into Tampa Bay for a Monday night game. This is going to be a pretty interesting Monday night game. And if everything keeps going the way it has been, the Buccaneers will win this game without any trouble. Like, the Steelers' secondary is very bad, to say the least. You know, they're like 26th, 7th, and 8th ranked for all different passing defensive stats. And as we know, Ryan Fitzpatrick has decided to throw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns in 2 consecutive games, which is an NFL record. So I say he does it again. Another 400-yard, 4-touchdown performance on Monday night in Tampa Bay. Now, that is my Week 3 predictions. Leave a like if you think that any of these will be correct. And comment down below if you think I'm dumb. That is it for today's episode, and cannot wait till Sunday. Alright, deuces.